Hello and welcome back to CodeBlaze. And if you have been following the Unity's YouTube channel, recently they released a new tutorial video regarding how to create your own custom packages for the Unity package manager. Now Unity has been trying to promote more and more of the package manager. They are releasing lots of Unity's own functionality using it. So it was appropriate for them also to help others also create custom packages so the whole ecosystem can grow as one. So, and if you have been watching my last video, I recently created my own code library that I shared with others so that you can also use. So after seeing that video, I thought it would be a great um, learning experience also, and a great way to share code also if I convert my library according to the Unity package manager standards. There are multiple benefits for it, mostly like since my library depends on some other stuff also, so it is easier to set up using UPM rather than manually installing everything yourself. So that's what we are going to look at today. There's another tool that works with UPM and it really simplifies the life, and I think that can be game changing for the whole Unity ecosystem as a whole. But for now, let's go over what the current scenario is regarding UPM and what I think would be the future. So this is the CodeBlaze library that I created. It hosts 5 packages in a single repository, and the manager framework that I talked about in my previous video is also a part of it. So you can go here and check it out and install any of the libraries that you want. So with UPM, we have more ways to share our code, or it's not just code but other things also. And the ways are listed down here. So we can share our UPM code as a zip file, and we can always import zip files in our package manager if you do this plus button. So that isn't that much great. It's kind of similar to the previous approach, only instead of zip file we used to import Unity package files. The next approach we have is distributing the Git repository link. Now this is something that's really good to get started with. So if you plan to create a simple library just for yourself, or don't plan on updating it much, this is really great. But this has some drawbacks. So if your library depends on some other stuff that you add as a Git URL, the package manager won't be able to resolve the transient dependencies, since using the Git URL you are not able to specify the version information. So that's why this isn't the most elegant of the solution. And the last solution for sharing code that Unity also uses is using a package registry or a scoped registry. So a registry is just a server which hosts the package, and the Unity package manager can then call that server and get whatever version of package that it requires. This is the similar approach that Unity uses to release its packages. Unity has its own registry called the Unity registry. So if you as an individual developer want to share your package using a registry, you would need to set up a registry or use any of the public or open registries. And one such registry is the OpenUPM. So it's currently in beta, but anybody can push their packages to this registry, and others can consume the packages from here, and the dependencies will also be resolved. So if you see in the recent packages, you can see a lot of my, like all 5 of my packages have been added to this registry. So I have spent all of my morning doing that. But the main benefit of using OpenUPM is that they have this command line tool. Okay, so this command line tool is just a node tool that you can install on your system using Node. So if you go to this command line tool, it will take you to the GitHub link. So as you can see, it is just installed as a Node package. So if you are familiar with Node or web development, so Node is nothing but a JavaScript runtime environment. It just allows you to run JavaScript code outside of the browser. And with Node you get something called as npm, which is Node's package manager, and npm has really changed a lot in the web development world. A lot of stuff, a lot of web dev projects now use npm, like I guess most of them use now, and it has been revolutionary for the web development world. npm makes it super easy to share code with others. So That is what kind of approach that Unity is also taking. So I remember a while back in 2018 or 2017's upcoming guide what they have for Unity, what the roadmap saw. So in the package manager's roadmap there was a specific mention of npm, and at that time I thought it would be really great if something like npm could come for Unity, because then the ecosystem as a whole can grow a lot. And OpenUPM I think is an attempt to achieve that. So the way this works is with OpenUPM, it is a command line tool. You can add packages with it, and this diagram pretty much explains it pretty nicely. So the OpenUPM CLI just edits your manifest JSON, which exists in every Unity project. And after editing that, it's up to the UPM, the inbuilt package manager, to resolve those dependencies. So if we take an example of that, I have this simple Unity project open, and currently only I have some of the Unity's official dependencies installed. And if I open this project in the Explorer, so this is the project folder, and if I open a terminal in this folder, then I can use the OpenUPM CLI. Since I have already installed this as a node module globally, you can see I get a lot of stuff. So you need to run this CLI from the root folder of your project, so where your assets, library and the packages folder are. So I can try installing any of the Codeblaze module. So let's start with the library. So if I go to here, so on the OpenUPM website you can even browse for packages, and you directly get which command to run. So if I click this, it will be copied to my clipboard. I can just paste here. And one thing I want to show you is, like, before running, this is what my manifest JSON looks like. Okay, so there's just Unity stuff, only nothing special than that. So after I run this command, so it can takes time depending upon whether it's cached or not. It clearly says it changed the manifest.json, and we need to open the Unity project again to apply changes. So as soon as I open Unity, the refresh starts. The package manager will now resolve the dependencies and import it. And till that happens, I can show you what was actually changed in the manifest.json. So as you can see, OpenUPM automatically added the scoped registries array, where it points to the OpenUPM registry, and it says all these scopes belong to this registry. So if you don't use the CLI, this kind of stuff you'll have to do manually. You'll have to go and figure out what the URLs are. And the one more thing that's great about OpenUPM CLI is that it's not just limited to the OpenUPM registry. We can add any other third-party registry to it. So using this memory flag we can pass using this registry flag we can pass any other third-party registry. So there are already some registries out there that support UPM packages, but this one CLI tool can work with all of them. Okay, so as you can see, the import has finished. If I go to the package manager, you'll see Codeblaze library with the correct version has been added, and I can use the code as I would. So this way I can easily share my code. Even you can go ahead and install it. All it takes is one command that you need to run, and it will do all the setup and everything required. So OpenUPM can also install Unity packages, the official Unity packages, since if it doesn't find the package, it by default fallbacks to the Unity upstream registry. And if you are using some private registries, OpenUPM can authenticate with that also. And I think OpenUPM can be a game changer for how code is developed and how games are developed in Unity, because I have seen what NPM has done to the web development world, and if Unity is trying to follow something like that, it would be really great for all the programmers and the Unity game developers out there, and it could be really helpful. So there are a lot of packages being added daily to OpenUPM, and currently you can see there are 643 packages, and I'll be contributing more and hunting more packages down. And the docs are also great on how to set up your own continuous publishing workflow. And if you want, and I'm also thinking about creating a video tutorial series on how I went from taking my old packages and transforming them to Unity package format and publishing them to open UPM using a continuous deployment pipeline using GitHub Actions. Also down below I'll leave a link down to the Unity's video on how to create packages for Unity. So if you like this content, please do subscribe and leave a like. If you have any suggestions, do leave them down below in the comments. And the next series that I'll be starting will be on how to create your custom continuously integrated open UPM packages. Thanks for watching. Bye.